Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something, well, honestly pretty crucial for anyone using English. How to introduce yourself confidently.
Yeah, that first impression, it matters a lot, whether it's a job interview or just meeting someone new.
Exactly. And we've been digging into sources, communication guides, even some corporate transcripts to figure out what makes an introduction sound natural, not just like grammatically correct.
Right. The goal here isn't just to give you lines to memorize. It's about understanding the building blocks so you can adapt, sound like you, and actually open up a conversation.
hmm We want to move past that feeling of being rehearsed.
Totally. It's about sounding fluent, and a lot of that comes down to small nuances, how you sequence things. Okay, so we've basically broken it down into 6 key areas, these sort of conversational hooks we're looking at. Name, origin, age, your job or studies, family and pets, always good, and hobbies or interests. Ready to jump in? Let's do it. Starting with the absolute basics. Your name.
Okay, your name seems simple, right? But how you say it actually signals quite a bit. The sources point to two main ways.
Which are?
My name is name, and I'm name. The first one, my name is, tends to feel a bit more formal, maybe more polite.
So like, hello, my name is Emily. It's nice to meet you. That feels pretty standard for, say, a business meeting.
Exactly. Sets a professional tone. But if things are more casual, maybe networking or meeting friends,
Then you'd probably just go with, hi, I'm Emily. Nice to meet you.
yeah, it's quicker, more direct, sounds more approachable straight away. It's a subtle choice you make depending on the vibe. And culturally, in many English-speaking places like the US or UK, you'd expect maybe a handshake or at least a smile with that, right?
Definitely. And here's a key thing we noticed. Good communicators often turn the focus back immediately. With the, how about you?
Yes, that little question is huge. It shows you're not just broadcasting, you're actually trying to connect. It
Mm.
keeps the conversation going. It's an invitation, really. Okay, name covered. Next up, location. This one seems to trip people up. It does. The main thing is distinguishing between where you're from originally and where you live now.
So how do we phrase that clearly?
You use I'm from country or city for your origin. Simple, like I'm from India.
Okay. But what if you moved? Then you add, but I live in city or country, so the whole thing flows. I'm from India, but I live in New York.
Got it. That makes sense. And there was another structure mentioned, a slightly more detailed one.
Yes, this one adds a bit more narrative depth instantly. I was born in city or country, but I grew up in city or country.
Ooh, I like that. I was born in Brazil, but I grew up in Canada.
Yeah.
It immediately tells me there's a story there, different
Yeah.
cultures, experiences.
Exactly. Without even saying much, you've hinted at a richer background. It's a great conversational hook, gives people something to ask about. Okay, that's identity established, name and place. Let's move into what the source is called the pitfall zone.
Yeah,
The pitfall zone,
Yes.
starting with talking about your age.
right. This is a big one, especially for learners whose first language handles age differently, like Romance languages, for instance.
Absolutely. The number one mistake is translating directly and using the verb have. You hear, I have 25 years. Quite a lot.
And in English, that sounds wrong.
Yeah.
Completely wrong. The rule is fundamental. In English, age is a state of being. You use the verb am, always. So it must be, I'm 25 years old, or even just, I'm 25.
Or even simpler, I'm 20. That's perfectly natural too. But never I have. That's the key takeaway.
Okay, rule learned. But what if you don't want to give your exact age? Like maybe in a more professional or just a general social setting?
Good point.
Mhm.
And there are very natural ways around that. You can talk in terms of decades. I'm in my 20s, or I'm in my early 30s, I'm in my mid-40s, that kind of thing. It's polite, it's common, and it avoids pinpointing the exact number. Very useful. Okay, let's shift to the next potential minefield. Job or studies. Your vocation.
Yeah.
Right. Often super important for context, especially professional. The first basic rule is about articles.
You mean using a or n?
Exactly. For most job titles, you need that indefinite article. I'm a teacher, I'm an engineer, I'm a designer.
Seems straightforward. Are there exceptions?
Well, yeah, you don't use a if the noun is plural, obviously, or uncountable, but there's a more nuanced thing fluent speakers do.
Oh, go on.
Instead of saying I'm an engineer, sometimes people say I'm in engineering, or I work in finance.
Using in plus the field.
Right. It suggests you're part of that broader field or industry, not just holding that one specific title. It can sound, I don't know, a bit more established sometimes,
Yeah.
especially with large fields or big companies.
That's a great insight.
Mm.
It's subtle but signals, like you know the lingo. And describing where you work.
Yeah, give context. Don't just say, I'm a nurse. Say, I'm a nurse. I work in a public hospital, or I work for a big software company.
Adds more substance.
Hmm.
And for the entrepreneurs out there, simple and clear. I run my own business, or I'm self-employed. Both work perfectly. Okay, so we've handled the sort of factual stuff, name, age, job. Now let's talk about the things that add personality, right? Making a connection.
Exactly. This is where you move from just facts to, well, being a person, starting with family.
How do we talk about family structure naturally?
It's usually pretty straightforward with the verb have. I have one brother and one sister. Or I have two kids. Simple as that.
And relationship status. Again, state of being, I'm married, I'm single, I'm divorced, I live with my partner. Just keep it factual and brief unless you want to share more.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Now, pets. The sources seem to think talking about pets was like a secret weapon for connection.
Huh. It kind of is. Mentioning a pet often makes you seem more relatable, warmer. It's a really easy way to add a personal touch.
So simple phrases work best.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a dog, or we have two cats. You could add the name. My cat's name is Luna. It's just a nice, friendly detail. Definitely adds warmth. Okay, and the last piece of this section, hobbies and interests. The fun stuff. Yes, what you do in your free time. This is often where real connection happens. But there's a key grammatical pattern here that native speakers use constantly.
Which is?
The V rule, the gerund form.
Uh-huh.
After verbs expressing preference like love, enjoy, or even hate, the activity that follows almost always needs to end in ing.
Right, so it's I love traveling, not I love travel.
Exactly. Or I enjoy listening to music, not I enjoy listen to music.
Why is that structure so common? What does it really do?
Well, using that inking form often makes the activity sound more like a general preference, a part of your lifestyle, rather than maybe a single instance. I love traveling feels broader than just talking about one trip.
Oh, that makes sense. It be's more ingrained.
Yeah.
And you can list them.
Yep. And you keep the pattern going. In my free time, I like watching movies, cooking, and spending time with my family, all ink.
And it works for dislikes, too.
Sure. I don't like waking up early, or I hate waiting in traffic. Sharing a dislike can be just as relatable. Okay, amazing. So we have the 6 ingredients. Name, origin, age, job, family, pets, hobbies. We've got the rules, like the M for age, the A for jobs, the ing for hobbies. We do. But just knowing the ingredients doesn't make you a chef, right?
Huh. Good point. If I just list all 6 things, boom, 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 I'm going to sound like I'm reading my own profile page.
Totally robotic. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this file part is about flow.
Ah.
How do you actually deliver this information naturally?
What did the analysis show? 2 main things are key. First, prioritizing what you share based on the situation, and second, using connector phrases. Okay, prioritizing. Tell me more about that. How does that work?
Well, think about who you're talking to. If it's a job interview, you'd probably lead with your name and then maybe your job or relevant studies pretty quickly.
Right. You'd highlight the professional stuff, maybe origin, but perhaps leave the pets or detailed hobbies for later, if at all. But if you're at a party,
Then it's probably name, maybe location, and then jumping into hobbies or something relatable might be better,
Okay.
less formal.
exactly. You tailor the sequence and emphasis to the context. You're editing your own intro on the fly. Smart. Okay, second point. Connector phrases. These aren't just filler words like and are they? No, these are more like conversational bridges. Little phrases that smooth the transitions between the different bits of information. They make it sound less like a list and more like, well, talking.
You signal your thinking, organizing your thoughts.
Yeah, and they give the listener a moment to process. They stop it from feeling rushed or rehearsed. They're like the secret sauce for sounding natural.
Okay, give me some examples. What are these magic phrases? The common ones we saw were things like, well, let me introduce myself, or softening things with, I guess you could say, or clarifying origin with, actually, I'm originally from, Polly. Okay, for current activities, right now I'm studying, or right now I'm working as, and for hobbies, in my free time I usually, or when I'm not working I like to, Polly. Got it. Let's revisit that full example introduction, the Emma one. It was structurally perfect, but maybe a little stiff, right? It was. Hi, my name is Emma. I'm from Canada and I live in Toronto. I'm 25 years old, I'm a teacher, and I work at a language school. I live with my husband and our cat, Luna. In my free time, I love reading, cooking, and watching movies. Nice to meet you. Correct, but blocky. Okay, blocky. Now, how does it sound using those connector phrases like the Daniel example? Listen to the difference in rhythm. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Daniel. Actually, I'm originally from Spain, but I live in Chicago now. Right now, I'm working as a software engineer. I guess you could say, in my free time, I usually love playing guitar and watching football. That feels completely different. Much smoother, more relaxed.
It's the pauses, the little connectors like, well, actually, I guess you could say usually. They just cushion the information and make it flow like real speech.
It's like adding the punctuation and breathing into the conversation. That makes a huge difference. Hashtag Tate outro. So, wrapping this all up, we've gone through those 6 core elements you need for a solid self-introduction. Your name, where you're from and where you live now. Your age, remembering that crucial I am rule.
Yeah.
Your job or studies, using a correctly, and maybe those in phrases.
Mentioning family or pets for that personal touch, and then sharing hobbies and interests using that ing form to sound natural.
And the big takeaway isn't just knowing what to say, but how to weave it together, using those connector phrases and tailoring it to who you're talking to.
Absolutely. This isn't just about passing an English test. It's about making genuine connections when you meet new people, whether it's in an interview, a class, or just out and about.
So the practical step for you, the listener, is to actually build your own version. Mix and match these pieces, find your connector phrases.
And practice it. Say it out loud. Record yourself, maybe. Hear how it sounds. Does it feel like you?
Yeah, tweak it until it feels comfortable coming out of your mouth. And here's a final thought to leave you with. Introducing yourself isn't just about listing facts. Every time you do it, you're choosing how to present a small piece of your life story. You're the editor, selecting the highlights for that specific moment.
Exactly. So view it not just as a task, but as an opportunity to connect, to share, and honestly to keep improving. Every conversation is practice. So keep speaking, keep learning.
And keep making those connections.
Oh.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.